So man, I love watching Christian content, man. But I gotta say, I feel like some modern day Christians are going a little bit too far, man. Everything is not demonic, man. Everything is not a sin. It's just everything. It's like, dude, if you watch sports, that's demonic. If you drink a pop, pops come from hell. Yes, seriously. I actually literally watched a video saying that pop comes from hell. They make pop in hell. Okay. Everything is demonic to these dudes. Everything is a sin. you know, and the crazy thing is, if you go look in the Bible, you can't even find a lot. The Bible doesn't agree with a lot of stuff these guys are saying. That's a sin. You won't find stuff listed anywhere in the Bible as being a sin. Um, you see a lot of Christian content with them talking about the Pharisees. These dudes go way beyond the Pharisees. The Pharisees weren't talking about some of the stuff these dudes are talking about. So I watched a video recently, and a guy was talking about the demonic ways that they get you to buy merchandise from stores. I'm like, wow. They putting some pentagrams in there. They doing some chants on people. I'm like, okay, this dude gonna talk about they doing a commercial and there's some satanic stuff in there. There's some, you don't see it or something going on, No, this dude is talking about, um, they've done research and they found out that certain items are the best selling items in the store. So they put those items at the end of the store or a certain part of the store, and they make you go past all these other items to get to the stuff you really want. It's demonic. Huh? That's not demonic, bro. That's called research. That's called understanding human nature. Okay. They use a lot of methods to get you to buy things. Okay. Okay. They put certain items by the cash registers. Okay. They used to in some stores, I don't know if they still do it. They used to put certain items lower to the ground. So because when parents would come in with their kids would see it. Okay, and their kids would want it. Like they used to put certain cereal low to the ground. So kids would see that. Okay. Now is that demonic? Or is that just understanding human nature? That's understanding, hey, when a parent goes into the store with their children, Daddy, I want the candy bar. Can I get the candy bar? Daddy. Okay, kids like candy. So of course I'm gonna put the candy where the kids can see it. Yes, I'm gonna put the candy at the front of the store or next to the checkout aisle or somewhere where that child is gonna see it. I'm gonna put the cereal somewhere where the kid is gonna see it. Okay, that's not demonic. That's just understanding basic human nature. I understand that parents buy things for their children because they love their children, especially if their kids nag, Daddy, Mommy, please, please. Of course, it's not me being demonic. I'm just trying to sell an item, and I'm using human nature. Simple as that. Okay. Um, Years ago, man, there was a gentleman. I forget. It was a white guy in the United States of America. Most shopping carts used to be smaller than what they are. I mean, you still have the small ones around, but those small ones were the actual normal size. Okay. This store owner was trying to figure out how he could get people to buy more stuff. So I said, what if I get a bigger cart? I'm gonna get rid of all these little small carts and get some bigger carts in here. And you know what? Shockingly, people started buying more. When they could put more in their carts, they would buy more stuff. Okay. Now, is what he did demonic? No. He used his brain. He altered the environment. He changed something in people's environment. Okay. People do that all the time. The government does it all the time. You are controlled by things in your environment, whether you realize it or not. Okay. You driving a car. That stop sign tells you when to stop. Those lights tell you when to go. You're being controlled by something in your environment. Okay. Uh, Certain park benches. They don't want people sleeping on those park benches. Guess what they do? They put things on those benches to make it hard for people to sleep on them. Okay. Same thing that they're doing in the store. They're using the environment to alter your behavior, but that's not demonic. Okay. It's not demonic at all. Okay. It's nothing demonic about that. It's just understanding basic human nature to get you to behave a certain way. Um, There's a lot of different stuff in stores, dude, that they design. These stores actually have people who come in and they move items around in certain places to try and get you to buy certain things. They have companies who do that. Okay. Okay. And the idea is putting items in certain places will get you to buy them. But at the end of the day, it's nothing demonic about that. That's just having a basic understanding of human behavior. Okay. How can I get you to buy my product? That's marketing. Okay. Psychology. Okay. There's nothing demonic about that. But the problem is, unfortunately, you got too many Christians now who want to make everything demonic. Okay, they stretching and reaching. Okay, they talk about we could talk about the Pharisees all day long, man. These are the new Pharisees. Okay, you got some Christians who want to be Pharisees. They have Pharisaical type thinking. They really want to be Pharisees. Okay, and I hate to say it, some of them, if they was back in that day, they probably would have been Pharisees. Everything is not a sin, dude. Everything is not demonic. Oh, this is adultery. Oh, this is sin. Oh, just like, man, dude, come on. It's literally stuff that I've never heard anybody call a sin or demonic. They just coming up with new sins every 5 minutes. And you know what? I was actually happy because this dude's his subscribers in his comment section was like, nah, bro, it's not demonic. It's not demonic for them to put items certain places or do certain things in the store to get you to buy certain things. Okay, them 50% off, buy one to get one free, or saying, hey, buy this item, you supporting the Eskimos by buying this item. Okay, all that stuff is marketing. All that stuff is playing on human nature. That's not demonic though. Figuring out how to get you to buy an item is not demonic, man. And we got to stop this. I hate to say it, like in Christianity, some of these Christians are going overboard, man. And like I said, the crazy thing is, I'm not even seeing any support in the Bible for what these guys are talking about. Like, where are you getting all this stuff, man? You know, dancing is a sin. Bible don't say that. Okay. Entertainment, you don't need entertainment. That's a sin. Everything is not a sin. Sports is. I saw one got to my sports is a sin. Even though the Israelites back then actually had sports, they played some form of sports. It's like, come on, man, y'all gotta calm down, dude. Everything ain't a sin, okay? A store selling you a product and figuring out the best way to get you to buy that product is not demonic, man. Okay, them coming up and saying, okay, I know this person over here, they want to support the whales, so I'm gonna say, okay, buy this and you support the Eskimos or whatever, whatever they come up with to get you to buy something. It's not demonic. It's just them using human nature to get them to buy a product, man.